the Federation of Light, the answer to all questions. Okay, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Blossom, and all who choose to tune into the vibration we offer during these conversations. We believe you are struggling a little to get started, Blossom. Yes. Only in that time looking for something new and different, uplifting and encouraging. Do you have something like this? Blossom, we have information that cannot be introduced yet. Your systems of the world and your systems within self are not ready to adapt nor absorb. It is only as your soul self awakens more into the truth of itself that one can take on board the vibration of particular insights. Therefore, we trickle information through at a rate that is acceptable for the understanding of what is taking place at this time. As time moves on through each moment of now, as worldviews and circumstances develop and unfold, we shall be able to match it with that which we feel necessary to divulge. Naturally, you understand that we cannot tell you outcomes of future days, i.e. leading up to your named Yuletide, not in the direct sense that many are keen to hear. This is not our place, nor do we wish to discuss it. We choose to keep away from the politics of your world, for it does not resonate with the truth that we choose to bring through. However, we will say that whatever decisions are made, and however these decisions may or may not resonate with your particular beliefs, that which we offer remains the same. Choosing love is the answer to all questions. Please remember that. Choosing love is the answer to all questions. We are aware, of course, of the upheaval that is conducted all over your planet, and the color of these uprisings are cleverly introduced to cause mayhem and heaviness of the soul. The goings-on are derived from sources that present themselves as one thing, yet are actually the opposite. Do not be fooled by what you are purposely led to believe about anything of this nature. You will find as truth unfolds such lies beyond that which you think you already know. We suggest you remove your energy from such and concentrate on yourselves and changing the planet in a manner that you know works. Love yourselves. Love everything. To serve in this way is what you came to do. Try, dearest souls, to release yourselves from the trappings in place. Rise above the manipulation. As situations of madness and despair increase, and they will, we have told you this. Stand in your strength. Do not allow yourselves to have your vibrational frequency lowered by all the news. That is not really news, it is a story being played out. Keep your heads high. Keep your minds free from the propaganda. This is your task. This is your purpose, as you know. Many are asking about Phase 2. Phase 2. Ridiculous, right? We all thought we would at least be in Phase 4 of 5, as you have said, by now. You have said there is to be another lockdown. Still waiting, and everyone is saying that if this was to be the case, people just wouldn't stand for it. They wouldn't do it. They would revolt. We are aware that this may be the case. Humanity has awakened a great deal due to all the suffering that has taken place over the last few years in particular. However, if there is to be an end in sight, certain plans are necessary in order to carry out that which has been put in place to occur. You have said the military will be involved due to no one being willing to be ordered to stay indoors. Is this so? You know, even as I write this, it still all seems like that won't happen. Yet, look at the past 4 years. Who would have thought that would be taking place? Blossom, dearest souls, who are so diligently hanging on and bringing light to the situation. An issue that many of you find most frustrating is the time factor. For indeed, when we said there are 5 phases, we do not give you, and cannot give you a time frame on them. So, within the waiting, doubts creep in and many questions as to truth in all fields arise. That is so true. The thing is, there are so many possible scenarios being channeled through now, and this really doesn't help. Blossom, have we not said many times, many times, that the situation upon your planet will get a lot worse? Yet such a joyous prospect. Yet, you are all still hanging on. Let go of time frames and create your own paradise within your personal space. Behave as if you are in a new time frame. Act as if. Conduct your lives in the knowing that joy and laughter are the ingredients to change the world. The key to unlocking the closed doors. This we understand is easier said than done. You got that right, chaps. Yet, we know you are right, and many of us are changing our attitudes and doing just that. Getting on with enjoying passions, and creating ways through our individual talents to raise the vibration. We then, at least, feel we are doing something productive. Exactly, Blossom. Then, when Phase 2 does take place, you will be in a much more suitable state to deal with the ordeal. During my recent break, people reread old channelings and said much of what you said, way back when, is now taking place. So, we keep on trusting and moving forward. It is so heartwarming to be part of the tribe of light calls we are doing, as we can feel that we are all in this same place. This same knowing. And it is so very encouraging. It is indeed. Groups of light all around your planet are gathering together more and more. The energy created by groups is so powerful. Each gathering leaves a blueprint of love light that then reaches out to places untouched by such, and a new spark is ignited, and on it grows. You have to know that what you are doing is making all the difference. You have to know this. Within that knowing, the charge of light multiplies, for that which you do is being carried out with conviction and truth. You have to know that the light has won. You have to know that all you feel inside of you, when it feels so right, is the love that you are telling you that this is so. The feelings that fill your beings when you are on track are a sure sign that you are walking in your truth. That you are all in this together. When you meet another who speaks the same language of love, you know that the tribe is reconnecting. There is an unspoken knowing, and that says everything within that silence. That unspoken recognition of / from each other is the pointer that guides the way. That is the knowing we speak of. The knowing that you are not mad. The knowing that as more awaken, and the tribe grows in number and strength, the plan is working. The plan is being carried out. Together you are part of the biggest gathering here on Earth. Lighting it up. Changing it. Moving it into a new higher vibration. You who volunteered can now at least make sense of this. Even if it be so that so much does not make any sense at all. Love makes sense. Love, being in that space of love, brings you back into alignment, and when being in alignment with all things of goodness, it allows more of the same to flow forth. You know all that we say to you. We are here just to remind you. Over and over again. You have got this. When you are in Phase 5, mark these words. For you will feel so differently from that of your present moment. So much change on your planet and within self will have occurred. You will look back and be so full of joy that you kept on keeping on. That you had the trust to carry on, that you had the strength to see it through. That you believed in yourselves and listened to your heart's call. You exceptional warriors of light. We cannot express the joy that you will feel down the track. Having been through so much, surviving and making it through the toughest of times, when many did not have the wherewithal to do so, you kept marching onward, because you knew. You knew you were here to fulfill your mission, and fulfill your mission you did. That certainly feels like something to look forward to. Putting no time frame on it, of course. Thanks, guys. Good place to end. In gratitude, in loving service. I am. Density Emancipation Phases. Beloved ones. Many of you are now immersed in a phase of profound density emancipation, which is going to be an important part of our inner work next year. As my guide shared, density emancipation is a process of losing density from our physical bodies that many of you will be undergoing as you have finally crossed the veils of illusion, healed trauma, and soul fragmentation. The process of density emancipation is indeed an unequivocal sign that ascension is taking place at a physical level. This process can be divided, according to my guides, into 3 main phases. The first one starts when we finally transfigure the 3-dimensional chakra system and embody the higher ones, releasing density from our lower chakras as we too remove from them all the disempowerment, female repression, fears, familiar and genetic patterns, masculine distortions, and many others that are embedded within our three-dimensional lower chakras, and that impeded us to embrace higher frequencies. Now, many of you have moved into the second phase, one of profound metamorphosis, in which you start moving from the astral levels to the soul fifth-dimensional ones, embodying more aspects of your mission, and starting to align to harmonic timelines, a process that is in truth determined by the frequency you hold within and by the level of integrity you two hold. During this second stage, we start as well losing density in our skeletal system, some feeling extreme sensations due to the process of losing bone densification, not to be confused as guides shared with the process of the passage of time in our human vehicle that is related to losing bone density, such as calcium, etc., as the process I am referring to is the one in which your bones start becoming more crystalline. For many of us are already undergoing a crystallization process like never before in our life. Many of us have suffered pain, go to the doctor, and find nothing was wrong at all, at a medical level, as we always need to make sure nothing further is taking place in our bodies. This is also a clear sign that the process of losing density has been initiated, and that we need to take further steps towards keeping our bodies healthy and flexible while this process lasts. Knowing it is an organic transition we have chosen, and we need to embrace it, and deal with it as graceful as we can, as ascension is not always about pain and symptoms, for there is also joy, stabilization, and many blessings that come to with this journey. This process can be especially very challenging for those of you who also have some physical issues such as arthritis, arthrosis, multiple sclerosis, and fibromyalgia. There are many other painful conditions not listed here that will to make this process even more complex and painful. When this occurs, we need to include new healing tools or natural remedies to support our bodies. Sound therapy, acupuncture, organic supplements, programming specific crystals to aid our bodies, such as muscovite, which guide shear is an excellent one to support physical ascension, and many other tools such as swimming and light immersion exercises will support our bone structure while they are under this process, which is a lifetime one. Drinking pure water and gradually leaving drinks that contain soda, alcohol, and many other sugars is too pivotal, as this is literally a poison to our body, especially when we are in this process of bone crystallization. We need to learn to shift habits, as for example those of you who never exercise may want to include some subtle but efficient exercise, such as yoga, pilates, or walking. This is essential to move energy and release toxins, anxiety, and strong and negative emotions, as exercise is a natural healer. On the contrary, for those who are accustomed to exercising hard, if the bone structure is giving you many painful sensations, you may want to shift from running to walking. To set an example, as many of you are noticing as well differences in how you used to exercise and how it is changing for you now. Intense exercise when we are passing through certain stages of this process has a deep impact on our bones, especially if you have some of the above diseases. All of you are sovereign healers who know what your body needs, for only you can truly discern what feels good for what you are experiencing, and what does not, as we are all unique. The third stage of density emancipation will occur when we physically choose to leave this three-dimensional plane. Another one will start in which we will be supported by our God Self and Guides team to initiate ourselves into a new harmonic dimension with a totally new body and with totally different ways of being and living. 2025, a year my guides named the year of mental liberation, as Pluto in Aquarius confirms density emancipation, as we are all feeling in our bodies as we continue to ascend, and above all, soul freedom from our three-dimensional plane. It will be a year filled with many endings, but also with many blessings, if we are willing to conclude a cycle and step into the unknown, which is never unknown to us at a soul level, only at a conscious one. As we step into 2025, we will start realizing the importance of removing all that cannot coexist within our new bodies and state of being, whether relationships, habits, old beliefs, jobs, and all that belongs to an old timeline. We all have our time to release and let go of what impedes us from progressing in our evolutionary path. What is important is to continue walking with an open heart and mind to receive all the love, wisdom, and power that we are descending. And that will help us to achieve a better understanding of our personal process and how we can best serve all. May you be loving and compassionate towards yourselves and your bodies during this process, beloveds. With an infinite love. Natalia, Alba. Message from the angels, happiness from within. My dear friends, we love you so very much. Ask yourselves, dear ones, what would it take to be perfectly happy in my life? Some of you will have very specific answers. Some of you will feel happiness is out of reach. Some of you will say, I'm happy now. In most cases, you can easily finish one of these 3 sentences. I'm happy because, or I'll be happy when, or I can't be happy because. In each of those cases, the answer is almost always something outside of yourself. I'm happy because I am finally debt-free. I'm happy because my kids are doing well, etc. These are all wonderful reasons to be happy, and we celebrate them. We hope that you find many things external to celebrate in your journey. Some of you answered, I'll be happy when I get the job. I'll be happy when someone leaves me alone. I'll be happy when my kids/spouse/parents are happy. It is good that you look forward to things with anticipation. We encourage you to imagine all the good to come. Some of you said you cannot be happy because I can't be happy because my parents abuse me, and I don't feel I'm worthy. I can't be happy because I lost someone I cannot live without. I can't be happy because my ex took all my money. Dear ones, at these times, we send you comfort and soothing, because we know you all want to be happy, but simply can't find a way yet. It is wonderful to find external things that inspire your joy, but the most empowering statement you can make is, I'm happy, because I choose to be. Sometimes, you can't honestly get there. We are not encouraging falsehood. However, we do encourage you to find reasons to be happy or content as often as possible. With practice, you will memorize the sensations of happiness, contentment, and love, and you'll be able to generate them from your inner world. In truth, you can always trigger these good feelings from within. Sometimes you're willing, sometimes not. And that is okay, but deep down, you all want to be happy. 10. Due to your conditioning, you will withhold happiness from yourself until circumstances look the way you wish they would. For example, when someone is unkind, or when you witness cruelty in the world, so many of you tell yourselves, I cannot be happy while this is happening. A more accurate statement might be, I cannot be happy about violence, abuse, or cruelty, but I can be happy thinking of kindness, upliftment, and peace. Is that turning your back on those in need? Not at all. Your focus on kindness, upliftment, and peace will guide you to be part of the 3D solution, if you wish, and inherently make you part of the 5D solution. Turn your back on the darkness of the world, dear ones, and turn your sights to the light that is there, and the light you wish to see. There are plenty of people stirring up hatred, but so many more acting in love. Think of the loving souls often until you feel those good feelings rising from within. There are things you wouldn't want to eat that would make you sick, but there are so many more good things that would delight your body and taste buds. Think of those and watch your body react with delight to the inner stimulus that feels like health and love. When the outside world makes your happiness hard to find, turn inward. Think of something that inspires you: a tropical beach, a puppy, or kitten, a loved one, a stained glass window with sunlight streaming through and causing the colors to dance on the floor, your favorite car, God, and your angel's infinite love for you. There are so many thoughts of goodness you can think of, and while you are thinking of external objects, you are bringing them up deliberately from within to inspire your own good feelings. You are not relying on the outer world. You are finding the frequency you wish to feel from within, and in this moment, you are the master of your own reality. What good will this do? You may not see immediate change in your outer world, but you will have started the process of change. You may not yet like what you see in your outer world, but your inner world is a safe refuge from which you find good feelings to light the path ahead. If you do it often, allowing yourself happiness, contentment, or soothing in the present, in spite of circumstances, then the outer world will begin to mirror the feelings you have created from within. God bless you. We love you so very much. The Angels Sorcery Offlight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.